clip around this week that's gone kind of viral online, and it's because Sketch, who we all know was man of the match at Sidemen Charity Match, went on to Impulsive, and there was one particular point of the podcast where he got really emotional.
Probably a lot of stuff. I don't mind. I don't really mind crying on camera, but
I haven't actually watched it. I've just seen some kind of like shortened clips. So I wanted to take a look at that and talk about it. And I think that I don't know too much about his story. I know some things about some videos and things that came out maybe last year. But from what I saw at the charity match, he played really great. He seemed like a decent, lovely guy. So I wanted to react to some of it. So let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sketch.
You were at the height of your career. Some content that you had shot in the past leaked.
my management had a PR lady, and one of the options she was telling me was say it's AI. Shut up,
Say
Some
it's
people think you're an
AI.
industry plant. Who the planted you?
Jinxie did. Honestly, that's the one who helped me the most.
No way.
Is that
timing.
Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast is there as well.
You're the goalie?
Yeah, I'm the goalie.
Apologies in advance if I score on you, dude.
You're not gonna score shit. Soccer ain't stage.
And so it's interesting to better understand the things that make you a bit anxious.
I don't really mind crying on camera, but
I will say this before we get into it. I cannot watch people cry because I get really upset. I don't know if that seeing him cry is going to make me upset. Okay, so why is Mr. Beast just there?
Because we're actually in the middle of nowhere in London, and this is 4 levels downstairs in a basement that you have to take multiple.
Oh, so they did film this in London, right?
Yeah. So
What is he doing hiding behind the sofa?
How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel good now.
I can see him in the corner.
And I always get FOMO nerves or whatever.
What else? What would make you feel even better? Do you want to ask us a question to start?
To be honest, weed. I think, look at.
Wow.
How did he get there?
What the fuck?
Is that
timing.
Mr. Beast behind us?
Mr. Beast.
He gave me shares in Prime to hold this so you buy the new flavor. It tastes great.
What? Crazy. Thanks, Jimmy. Blue
I
chill.
did my job.
Aw, love that.
Lighter.
Throw me some
Lighter, more
shares.
refreshing.
Throw me 2 shares.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thanks,
Thank
Jim.
you, Mr. Beast.
Hey, by the way, Feastables is now available in the UK.
Yeah.
Go get your chocolates
we got
right
you.
now. Remember when everybody said that you were faking the
Yeah.
impediments that you have in life?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, my face crunch is real. My voice, I put on a show voice, when you know what I mean, yo. But I would get deeper into that bag, when I was more nervous. So that's where I'd do that. This stuff was
This is so interesting because I don't actually know too much about Sketch, so I'm learning.
I was just gonna say when you were talking earlier, you mentioned your character.
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
So when I for instance, I don't need to wear these glasses, but I need glasses. But I wear them because people recognize me with glasses. But even other stuff, bring up whatever you want to.
He just
bring
said
up
he
because,
needs
glasses,
glasses, but he doesn't need to
everything.
wear
Okay.
them.
Okay,
He's
so,
so
we had
cute.
Dax Flame on our podcast.
Yeah.
I could have sworn beforehand I thought it was a character, and he came on our podcast, and even off camera, it was very clear that Dax Flame is not playing a character. He's really just always like that. But his
I
content
think
seems
it's incredible when
just
people, especially
self-aware
streamers,
enough
can play a
to
character
make
because
you
they're
think that
on
he's playing a character and he's
camera
not.
for
Yeah,
so
do
much
you-
that it's so hard to keep that up.
Are you playing it up a little more?
Yeah,
or-
especially in the beginning, but not on purpose. I was just more the first way I got clipped was I was playing football with my friend, and I was doing it's a Trump cadence with a Rick and Morty voice. I'd be oh, I really don't know, Rick. Oh, it's but I'd be hyped up the whole time. And then sometimes when you're doing that stuff, you kind of get too far one way, and that's why I kind of don't do it as often. But yo, that right there is my streaming voice.
So basically what he's saying from what I can gather is that sometimes he'll turn it on, especially for intros and things I think that's so normal when you're making content to put on more of a hi, welcome to the channel, blah blah blah, just more hyped. And then when you're on stream or you've been on stream for an extended period of time. It's just more of a calm vibe.
When I go to parties, you're like the kind of one of the cool dudes at the party. Like everybody wants to be with you. You're funny. You're super positive. You're lighthearted. You know, everybody wants to be around you. And by the way, you're also really funny. Like actually really funny. I say this to people all the time. I think you actually have a real comedic like timing bone. And so it's interesting to sit here.
He looks really anxious
and,
though.
and better
bless him.
understand like the things that make you a bit anxious. And I wonder
He looks
what
like
would
he's gonna
change
cry
if
already,
you were
doesn't
to
he?
get those under control.
Probably a lot of stuff.
Oh no, I'm gonna cry.
I
can't.
don't mind. I don't really mind crying on camera, but like not in a podcast way. I don't know. I feel like I just had anxiety all day, and now I feel better. But like,
This is like, whenever I see other people cry, it makes me want to cry, firstly. But you could tell when, is it Mike, the co-host on Impulsive, when he was talking and saying all these nice things about him, like when you're at a party, everyone wants to be around you, like you're funny, you've done all this, X, Y, Z. And you could tell when he was talking that he was getting more and more anxious. And sometimes if I'm in an off mood, like if I feel anxious for whatever reason, or I'm just trying to get like through the day without crying in front of anyone, because sometimes people have those days like where there's something really bad has happened or nothing as bad has happened at all. You just woken up in a weird mood and people are being nice to you and you're thinking like, you start panicking. And I don't know if anyone else thought the same, but when he was like touching the back of his head and like he was like his knee was going up and down, I'm thinking he's trying not to cry, because if someone's saying something so nice about you and like you're the life of the party, everyone wants to be around you, you're so funny, and on the inside you're thinking like, and sometimes I feel like this on some days, like I'm a piece of shit, like I'm failing at life, blah blah blah, which I think is so relatable. You could tell that he's like, fuck, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna get upset, because it's so the opposite to what he was thinking. And I'm the same, like people are being really nice to me. I'm not very good at taking compliments, but if I'm having a particular off day when people are like, so what have you got coming up, you're doing amazing, XYZ, and on the inside I'm like, I have all this other shit that's on my brain today and you're being nice to me and it's gonna make me cry. So yeah, I feel like in this situation he's obviously having a bad anxiety day.
So
It's all a
anxiety
bit
catch
too
my breath.
much.
Take a deep breath. First of all.
Also
Like,
relatable because when I'm
can I tell
crying
you
I
something real
can't
quick, too?
articulate a
Just sorry
sentence.
to talk because I want
no, I want to keep all this in because I'd rather like people know like.
I'm with you, bro. I am heavily with you.
Yeah.
Like you, I don't know if you know that or not.
No,
I suffer,
believe you.
like
That's why I'm here.
truthfully, and it's probably why we get along so well.
Yeah.
Logan will tell you 10 stories about me having breakdowns and having to run off the show. I've done it multiple times.
Yeah.
And I show up and I kept showing up until it kind of went away.
Yeah.
But I still deal with a lot of the same.
That's how I get too. Thank you.
So
Has Logan left the set? When did he leave the set? Did he leave like during when all this was happening, or had he already left and then like this sort of like emotional moment happened? I'd love to know the difference. Or like if he was like, okay, this is an emotional thing, I know that Mike has this handled, and he'd be better just to talk to him one-on-one.
So
Like so.
this is by the way, this is awesome. I'm really happy that you're talking about this right now.
He's dealing
Yeah,
with this really
I mean,
well.
like-
Like he's doing.
We
He's
had a little bit of a turn.
supporting him
Well, because
really
like
well.
it was like when you talk about the character stuff, like it was like all the stuff I had online before, like and everything blowing up. I'm like going, holy shit, like I mean, it's a numbers game at some point, you know, like. But like I mean like I don't know, like that was just like I almost called it like impending doom. Like I always felt like I was gonna die. Like I don't know, because I never could see past like, so I never planned that long. Like
Oh.
We're talking a little bit about some heavy stuff now, right?
I mean I'm chilling.
I know. How much of how you feel today is representative of how you feel every day? Do you think that the travel?
Oh no,
the
I mean like I do that. Like I'm pretty anxious. That's why I smoke a lot and drink a lot, probably.
Okay, so yeah, I'm
like
gonna
that
tell you
doesn't
something.
help
It's
as
gonna be a
well.
bit of a shock to your system.
It doesn't help.
It's not the way to handle it.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
definitely.
we
That's
certainly,
me. That's me this week. Was I not saying? I had one or two drinks the other night, and I have felt anxious for 3 days. I haven't, as someone who doesn't watch loads of impulsive episodes, I actually haven't watched one for about a year or so. I'm really seeing a different side to Mike, and I think that he's doing really well in this situation of like supporting Sketch and making him feel like it's actually a good thing that he's opened up emotionally.
I'd like to talk to you more about this after the show too.
Well, like it's not like I don't drink. Like it's more that just smoking. Like the smoking is like the hardest part. Because like I don't drink. Like I don't feel the need that like I don't feel the need to drink all the time or anything like that. It's more of like it's mostly the smoking. That's like the part. But like
I know a ton of people. We mentioned some of them earlier that use it as a tool.
Yeah.
And if in that way it's working for you, don't like beat yourself up about it. Like don't bother. Like this isn't a podcast to like tell you how to, or anyone to live their life.
Certainly.
Like I'm just here to like celebrate you because I think you're great. But like yeah, man, you have a really interesting journey, and your particular path, like there's no real like blueprint.
Yeah.
There's no model for like what you're doing and what's happened in your life. And so
it's pretty fucking crazy.
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And it's crazy, dude. And it might feel like lonely or different or whatever, bro, but like it's you. You're the guy.
Yeah.
And that's why so many people love you as well. Like, bro, everyone loves you, Sketch. Do you have haters?
You can tell from his body language he's
dickheads,
getting awkward
right? Like,
again.
Yeah. I mean like there's definitely a lot of haters, but like
Yeah.
it's like with anything.
Yeah.
But like I don't ever.
I just want to like, I'm not a hugger.
try not to
I'm not
pay
a
them
hugger,
any attention
infamously.
or-
they
I just
exist
want to
no
give
matter
him a
what.
hug.
Like,
Yeah.
like they're out there, and nobody's perfect. Like I say this to everyone when we get into this conversation. I truly believe this is a Shrek reference, but humans are like onions.
Onions. They got layers.
And we all have layers.
Yeah.
Some of us more than others. Some people are like pretty complex. You seem like a pretty complex individual. And so when you sign up online to be a content creator, you're automatically putting yourself out there.
You can actually ask my friends. I don't hug. But I just feel like there's something like, I don't know. I just think it's so not good. It's completely the wrong word, but like it's nice to see someone that's being so open emotionally, and I don't think he's even meaning to. I think he's generally, whenever they film this, he was just having a really bad day, and he can't. So some days you have to switch it on. You just have to be like boom, and that's what Mike said a minute ago. I've definitely been in situations, particularly in the past like 10 months, where genuinely have been going through the most shit, and you have a job and you just have to be like boom, switch it on, and then go into the toilet and maybe have a little cry for a few seconds, and then you can come back out again. But there is some days where it's literally impossible to switch it off.
Like random people can just comment on your life, and you can either let that affect you or be like, bro, I don't fucking know you. You don't know me. You don't know my morals. You know nothing about me. Why would I let that affect me? But when you do sign up to be a content creator and you start getting 1, 2, 3 years into this game, I'm 10 years in, your layers are going to be peeled back eventually. And for most people, for most individuals, there will be a point where there's a layer that's peeled back that the audience doesn't like. Yeah. Whether it's like a political viewpoint,
no one's perfect
whether
to
it's
anyone.
a stance on a war going on, whether it's a sexual orientation, like it just like whatever it is, like at some point there's going to be some turnoff. Like few people are universally liked.
100%.
The closest person I can think maybe is like Dwayne Johnson, but like I don't know. We don't know like truly like how authentic he's being online. And you're someone who streams, dude. So it's like that's as real as it gets.
Yeah,
That's
streaming
in
is
real
so
time,
hard.
like
This is like an opportunity for us to actually have like one of these discussions, and he's kind of brought it to us. What do you find other than weed that helps you?
It's mostly weed, but like I mean, like I don't know. I'm being like
So,
I don't know. That is like, well, you can like you can ask my friends. That's the first thing we look for.
What? Okay, step back a second. What have you found that makes it worse?
What have I found that makes it worse? Being hungover.
yes, knew it.
So listen what he's saying.
Honestly, a mood.
The weed helps, but the come down makes it worse. So
Yeah.
like you said, it is that catch-22 chicken or the egg situation,
100%.
right? When's the last time you tried to abstain?
When I was in Japan.
How long of an abstinence was
I want to
that?
go back to Japan.
Yeah.
Same.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Wait.
you think he can go back to Japan?
Oh wait. Oh, dude. I'm not even referencing that. More, good cameras. I'm more referencing I got weed from in Japan, and I did not want to.
When you say
I didn't want them to find out and not let me back. I didn't even remember that.
Well, that's interesting. As someone who didn't know much about Sketch before the charity match, aside from like, I guess, some things that had come out last year, but I just think that he seems really relatable and nice, and he's clearly struggling a lot, and hopefully he manages to sort of figure it out. We're saying that Mike's dealt with it so well. Anxiety is always a killer. The way Sketch acts in this podcast is extremely relatable. See, that's the key word, relatable. Loads going on in his head, and trying to translate it into words on a huge podcast is tough. Yeah, definitely. Mike kept Sketch comfortable and in his zone. Props to Mike. Mental health nurse in the UK here. Sitting here bawling my eyes out. Sketch, you're a beautiful human, and Logan and Mike, I have so much respect for you going out of your way to match energy and make Sketch feel comfortable. It was like an open therapy session in parts, and I related to a lot of it. Love that. Really, that's like, I just wanted to react to that because I've seen it come up on my social media today, and I feel like for anyone it is relatable, no matter what you do, no matter what your job role is. Loads of people suffer, and it's just interesting to see someone who, quote unquote, has had the best week or so after that charity match and things like that, but it's so perfectly normal to have achieve all these things and then still on the inside feel like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. How do I get out of this? So